Welcome to the Hobie Strands assembly video. Let's get right into it. First, you're going to want to grab a pair of scissors and a blade to cut any excess strapping and break down your box. The brown cardboard box in your package contains a couple items. You have a spare set of zip ties, your assembly kit, your set of pedals, your display screen spacers and tire skewer, your charger box, and your assembly video guide. We're going to start off by cutting any excess packaging from our bike. Next step is to take your tire skewer from your assembly box. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to first remove the spring and cap from the tire skewer. You're then going to want to place it on the disc side and then make sure the spring is facing inwards and then install the cap. We will then remove our last piece of packaging from our bike, take our front tire, making sure that the disc side is on the left-hand side, and then set it evenly on our fork, making sure that it sits flush on both sides. Your last step is to make sure that your tire skewer is tightened as firmly as possible. You then want to take the 5mm Allen key from your assembly kit and remove your top head cap. You then want to take your handlebars, mount them on your front fork, fold them down, and reinstall your top head cap, making sure it is mounted on hand tight. We then want to make sure that the two bolts in the front of the handlebars are parallel to our front tire. In other words, we want to make sure that they're facing forward. You then want to take your 5mm Allen key and tighten both of these bolts, making sure that they are securely tightened. We then want to take our 5mm Allen key and loosen the top portion of our handlebars, making sure that they are perpendicular to our front tire. In other words, that they are facing our front tire. Our next step is to remove any excess packaging from our handlebars. What we're then going to do is grab our two thickest rubber grommets from our assembly kit, place them under our handlebars, and then take our 3mm Allen key, loosen the screen, mount the screen onto our rubber grommets on the handlebars, and then tighten them again. A quick side note is to make sure that the lock nuts are placed in the hexagon side of the screen mount. We're then going to grab our set of pedals. As you can see, they're both designated for either the left side or the right side. We're going to grab our 15mm wrench as well, place the right side pedal on the right side and our left side pedal on the left side, making sure to follow the directions of the arrows when tightening them. We're then going to take our 10mm wrench and 5mm Allen key and loosen the nut on the front of our fork. We're then going to place our front headlight, our fender, and then our lock nut, using the same tools to tighten these items. We're then going to grab a pair of pliers or scissors and remove the rubber caps from both sides of the fork. We're then going to take our bag of nuts and bolts, grab a set of bolts and washers, and place them on to the sides of our forks with our fender attached using our 4mm Allen key. Our last steps are to install our seat post, making sure that it's firmly tightened, then grab our key and install it into the battery. The last step is to make sure that both of your tires are properly inflated to around 25 to 30 psi.